Zach Rockford's cast blog on the open house speaker activity that I've been doing. So last night went to the school. I actually hadn't been in all day. Took something of a sick day, did college stuff, and I drove down there at 6:40. And Princess was there waiting for me, and we did our open houses. We had, again, for the third time in a row, 2 full houses. So this is the 6th time that I gave my speech. I've given it 6 times now. And I really want to talk today about the increased awareness of my own strengths and also sort of some tics that I have, some things that I need to improve in my public speaking. Now, the first thing, Mr. Marble and Princess both have mentioned this to me now. And this is something I do with my feet when I talk. Now, I don't even notice it, but I don't know if you can. This is what I do with my feet. So I do a little. Can you even see my feet? I do a little like step tap thing when I get a little nervous. And so that Mr. Marble says it annoys him when I'm speaking. And granted, he's seen me give this speech 6 times, but if someone sees me speaking for more than 10, 15 minutes, I think they're going to pick up on that and start to get a little distracted from what I'm saying, start to get a little annoyed. So I really need to rein that in. I've talked about that before. Next time, actually, Princess said she'd make little hissing noises at me when I did it, so we're going to try that. And I'm going to try and rein that in and see. I'll ask Mr. Marble and Princess for feedback on that next time to see how I'm doing. So that's a development of a new skill, that's speaking. And then in that same vein, moving around when I speak. Mr. Marble and I were talking about it. He says he doesn't like to move around. He says that he finds it's more powerful if you can emote in a different way rather than physically moving your entire body. Now, for me, I think it's engaging. But there is a middle ground. I think sometimes I move around too much. And Mr. Marble and I had a pretty good discussion about this, and it's interesting because I think public speaking is interesting. It's something that I kind of find fascinating. And so how do you hold this group's attention? How do you make them listen to you, and how do you make them draw the same conclusions that you're drawing? In this case, it's Sturgis is a wonderful place, and you should all send your kids there. So for me, moving around is a way to engage that audience. They've been sitting there listening to speech after speech that are essentially the same. And for me, when you walk to one corner, you walk to another corner, you're giving them something to look at, and you're still emoting with your hands, with your mouth, with your eyes, with your face. But to an extent, I think Mr. Marble's right, and I think that can be a distraction. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and minimalize that. I don't want to cut it out because, again, I think it's good. But I do want to minimalize my movement when I'm public speaking. So that's another thing I'm going to work on in my public speaking with this open house speaker project of mine.